What is up, YouTube? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2019 at Baek Battles. Today we are using the Zygarde Solgaleo team once again with Zygarde, Solgaleo, Tapu Fini, Incineroar, Venusaur, and Ludicolo. If you haven't checked out the previous episode, I highly recommend go checking it out because it was a pretty insane episode. These Pokemon are putting in some work. These Pokemon are definitely putting some work. Again, if you do want to see a QR code of this team, 175 likes is the like goal for today's video, as well as all the other episodes we use Zygarde and Solgaleo, and if we hit it within 2 weeks of the final episode being uploaded, we will have a QR code of this team. So, let's just go in and play some games. And of course, if you do want to try out the team, there is a placement of it linked down below. But right now, let us see how this is going to go. This is Zygarde Solgaleo. They better than expected. And ironically, my practice games, they were slow. Like, setting up these Pokemon were really slow. I feel like in the matches yesterday, we were able to set them up very fast. We were able to get the boost pretty much immediately. And usually I played the games really slow, and they ended up being, like, set up for the win condition very slowly. It was like playing Calm Mind Cresselia in 2015. Set up that win con late game. But yeah, it ends up working. Actually, it does kind of remind me of Calm Mind Cresselia. Now that I think about it, Zygarde does remind me of Calm Mind Cresselia. The only problem with Zygarde is Intimidate does slow it down. And yeah, that's basically it. Is a Calm Mind Cresselia. It's just slowed down by Intimidate. Huh, that's actually a funny analysis. And it takes up a restricted slot, which is not good. But we got Xerneas Solgaleo here with Sceptile, Incineroar, Primarina, and Ferrothorn. So a pledge team, it looks like, with Xerneas Solgaleo. Huh. I do have Trick Room, which is really nice because Trick Room is really good against my opponent's team. Solgaleo is really good against my opponent's team. Fake Out's really good against my opponent's team. I'm bringing Incineroar. I'm bringing Solgaleo. Zygarde and Fini are probably in the back. The question is, how do I want to lead with this? I want to lead Solgaleo, that's for sure. I want to pressure the Xerneas. I'm thinking Incineroar just for the fake out pressure, so I can fake out the Primarina. Yeah. We'll go Solgaleo, Incineroar, Zygarde, and Tapu Fini. Because, like, the grass types don't really do much. I mean, Venusaur is actually pretty good against, like, the Sceptile plus Primarina. And okay against Xerneas, but I don't think it's that great. And Ludicolo, I guess, could help. It does do some decent damage, but like I feel like Incineroar and Fini are definitely great staples to this team because it does allow me to get a lot of support with the Heal Pulse, Swagger, Intimidate, Fake Out, and then Zygarde. I feel like I can clean up endgame if I play my cards right. I do have to knock out basically the main Pokemon I do have to worry about are the Primarina, which is actually really scary, and the Xerneas. So if you do bring the pledge mode, you lead it right away. You don't bring pledges in the back. So it's going to be interesting. If we don't lead pledges here, you don't have them most likely. That's what I would assume. You might have like Primarina in the back. I don't think it would bring Sceptile though. But it's going to be Primarina Sceptile, which is fine. Here are the two concerns that I do have with this. One, the Primarina does get Sceptile does get access to Quick Guard, and Primarina can just Hyper Voice, which I don't like. I'm actually in a really tough spot right off the bat. I think I want a Sunsteel Strike. Go on a Fini, because you're probably going to go for Hyper Voice. Yeah. I don't care about pledges, realistically, because of the Trick Room that I have, and my opponent doesn't exactly do that well against Trick Room anyway, so I think I'm okay with that. I don't think he would pledge immediately right off the bat. It just doesn't make much sense to me. Quick Guard, yep. Since I do know that tech from 2018, we did see this combination a little bit. We will get Sunsteel Strike off into Primarina, and this should do some good damage because Primarina doesn't have the best physical defense stat in the world. And usually on pledge, you're running like a Life Orb or Specs variant with a lot of offense. Ooh, that's good damage. And yeah, it's just a Hyper Voice. Oh wow, that did nothing. I feel like if you want to set up the pledge, you could go for pledge now. Do I go Zygarde though? I guess I could boost up now. I just don't want to waste my Misty Seed. I'll just go Incineroar. Because I really don't think you're Hyper Voicing again, and it looks like Hyper Voice winning KO at that point. I'm not targeting the Sceptile because I do know Sceptile does have access to Focus Sash. So, and Endeavor. So that's the main reason I'm not targeting on the Sceptile. Like, I've seen this combination. It was used by the 2017 World Champion in 2018. A bit, yeah, we're just going to see pledges here. Probably just targeting on my Fini, trying to get rid of it. And this is going to create the pledge. It's a grass type move based on premier special attack stat. Oh, it's in the Solgaleo. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Now we're slow. We can go for U-turn in the Sceptile. We can Sunsteel Strike the Primarina. Yeah. So we'll Sunsteel Strike. I want to target down the Sceptile. I don't really want to target the Sceptile down. I'm just going to U-turn. Yeah. U-turn the Sceptile. They don't usually carry Protect. And we'll go for the Sunsteel Strike in the Primarina. Even if Incineroar comes in from my opponent, like I get some decent damage off. As we will be able to get U-turn off. Good damage in the Sceptile. I just hope it doesn't Endeavor here. We're going to go Fini again. Because we want to go for the Heal Pulse. And then we'll just knock out the Premier here. Like, this game's been going exactly how I wanted it to from the start. Like, if this lead was happening. Basically, I'm trying to lure my opponent from going into the pledge. Like, I knew what turn 1 was going to happen. I knew turn 2 was going to happen. And now this is basically the perfect turn 3. As we do knock out Premier. Unless it's turn 4. Actually, this might be turn 4. Endeavor does come out, though, into the Solgaleo. No surprise there. Let's see who you have in the back, though. Because it's either Solgaleo or it's the Incineroar. I don't know. You might not have Incineroar. You might have Xerneas plus Solgaleo on your side. But it's Incineroar. Okay. Full Metal Body prevents me from being intimidated, which is nice. I'm going to Sunsteel Strike, and I think I'm going to Heal Pulse. Because I feel like Solgaleo should live a Flare Blitz. Are there safer plays? Ah, there are actually safer plays. Yeah, there are safer plays. I don't really care about Endeavor into Fini. I'm going to go in Incineroar. And I'm going to Moonblast the Incineroar on my opponent's side. Yes. Because I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go Incineroar here. This is, I guess, like the worst case. Like, I think you have to target down Solgaleo. Solgaleo is just way too big of a threat. I guess it's knockoff Leaf Storm into Fini, which I'm not sure if it knocks out. We're going to see the fake out, though. If you did that, I could have just heal pulsed my freaking Solgaleo. It is Leaf Storm, though. It targets down Solgaleo slot. What did that cover when I Sunsteel Strike your Sceptile and Heal Pulse? Because that's what I was going to do originally. Well, that works out for me. I'm going to U-turn Sceptile, and I'm going to Heal Pulse my Incineroar because I can Heal Pulse the Solgaleo coming in. And I got the Incineroar intimidated, so that's pretty good for me. That's basically what I wanted to. I mean, I just don't see what that covered. It was a fake on the Fini, right? I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it was a fake on the Fini. Unless he faked out the Solgaleo, I guess that would make sense. But then again, like, I could just Heal Pulse myself. Oh, well, my opponent's in a pretty tough position anyway. And Solgaleo's going to be putting in some work in this end game because you want to assume it's Xerneas in the back. And we will be able to knock out the Sceptile here, so Xerneas is going to be forced to come out. Just going to make sure I don't screw up this end game. Solgaleo. Because unless it's like Iron Ball Incineroar, Fini should be outspeeding in the swamp. And I'm not even sure if you target down the Incineroar at this point. You might target down my... you would probably target down Solgaleo. Or U-turn here. Like, I think both of those are plays. Knockoff. Into Fini. That works. Swamp disappears. Mist disappears. Okay, that's a little bit annoying, but that works. Oh, it's my opponent's on Solgaleo. It wasn't even the Fini. Huh. I mean the Xerneas. Zygarde wins at this point. Ooh. Last turn of Trick Room. I might as well just protect Solgaleo and go out into my Incin. Yeah. The reason is I don't feel like you're superpowering my Fini slot. Maybe knock off in worst case, but next turn I could just fake out the Solgaleo, go for superpower into Incineroar. Yeah, I think that works. And then we try to get Zygarde in at the perfect timing. And then we start coiling up for the game. So let's see what my opponent does. It's going to be the Flare Blitz into Solgaleo and some Steel Strike. Flare Blitz. Okay, so it has Flare Blitz. Okay, so it's Flare Blitz on Steel Strike. Probably Superpower Protect. Okay, it's probably like a Life Orb set. Wouldn't be surprised. We'll Superpower. We'll Fake Out. Unless Incineroar has Protect, this game plan's still pretty much the same anyway. Because this is what I'm going for. I Fake Out. Knock out the Incineroar. Zygarde wins the game. Because I can U-turn out. Get in my Zygarde. Have Fake Out pressure again. Because that's basically what I want. So, let's see. Yeah, and this should knock out Incineroar. It is a +2. Yeah, +2. I didn't sell Swagger, right? No, I didn't sell Swagger. Knock out the Incineroar. We had Policy activate, but that's fine. I don't think Sunsteel Strike crit Life Orb knocks out my Zygarde, which is why I think I have 100% win con. As well, Trick Room here. Attempt to Trick Room because I'm pretty sure the Zygarde is slower. Well, U-turn. Match is just going to be forfeited. Nice. So I think that game, I was setting up for the Zygarde. I'm really surprised no Xerneas because I don't know how my opponent really dealt with my Zygarde. Because that's not Specs Primarina. It was not doing anything. It wasn't Life Orb. Like, it wasn't going to do that much to my Zygarde, especially with the Misty Seed. I don't know how my opponent actually broke their Zygarde other than an Endeavor strategy. And I don't even think that would have really helped. So I think Zygarde would have actually just won this game in general. I didn't even have to set up like what I was planning for. But basically, the 3 turns, basically what I wanted, I knew you weren't going to pledge immediately. Because, one, you probably assume I'm in Trick Room mode, so you're just going to go for damage of Hyper Voice turn 1. And I know that Sceptile gets Quick Art, so make the turn 1 obvious play, go out in Fini to absorb the Hyper Voice, get damage on the Sceptile, because if it's Specs Primarina, it locks itself into move. It wasn't Specs Primarina, so I was able to get the pledge turn 2 right, get an Incin once again, Trick Room up there when the pledge happened, and then turn 3 I was able to threaten the Primarina because I 2-shot it with Sunsteel Strike, and then I U-turn the Sceptile just for breaking its sash and bringing momentum with Fini. Because that's basically how the game was going to go. And luckily it was just able to work out in my favor. So, nice, nice. This team is doing God's work. God's work. It's doing really well. I didn't expect to do that well. But yeah, that was definitely one of the slower games I was talking about. Like, this team could have. Well, it wasn't even that slow. But, like, slow setup, I mean. Because I didn't really set up my Mons. We got a 79-7 rated player. Yveltal Groudon. Ooh, this is a game I finally get to bring Venusaur in, and Venusaur looks really good in this matchup. Incineroar, Bronzong, Venusaur, Tapu Koko, Groudon, and Yveltal. So I'm leaving either... Okay, I'm bringing Zygarde for sure. I think I'm just leaving the Solgaleo behind, and that does make sense here, I think. My opponent's not going to be able to put me to sleep. We're going to go Venusaur as a lead for sure. Do I want to lead Zygarde or Incin? Because I'm okay with leading Incin. Here's the thing. I'm going to have to get rid of my opponent's Incin because it's really annoying to deal with my opponent's Incin. I feel like if I just coil up, though, I do win the game. With Misty Seed boost on my thing. So I think I'm going to lead Incin or Venusaur with Fini Zygarde in the back. I kind of want to lead Fini Venusaur though, because like I have Self Swagger option onto myself. Like I switch out Venusaur because I don't think you would lead Groudon here. I just don't think you would lead Groudon here. I think I am going to lead Fini Venusaur actually, now that I think about it. I think it's just such a safe lead, because if you do lead Incineroar, I can switch out into my own Incineroar, I can switch out into Zygarde. I feel like that's better momentum for me. And I'm not sure if you lead Yveltal here. I feel like Yveltal could be a potential lead, which is why I was thinking Incin is pretty good because I have Fake Out pressure, but we'll find out what my opponent decides to do here. It's going to be the Venusaur Tapu Fini versus the Yveltal Tapu Koko. Instant would have been a great lead here. Oh well. I could probably just start coiling up realistically. And I think I do want to do that. We're probably just going to see a Volt Switch though, which is the problem. Okay, you're probably what are you going to do? I think Volt Switch and a Fini, knock out the Venusaur is very standard. I don't know, that's a play you would assume, right? I could also just go hard Zygarde here, but I don't really like that play. I'm gonna go Instant. I mean, I'm gonna Icy Wind Protect. I'm not sure if he would Tailwind turn one, because I really just don't see a point of Tailwinding. Because we're gonna see Zygarde actually retreat. Okay, Incineroar's coming in for that slot. Oh, I got Sludge Bombed. So what's the Tapu Koko going for then? Thunderbolt? I mean, it's not gonna knock out Fini. Wall Charge shouldn't knock me out either. It is Volt Switch. Yeah, and a Fini. No surprise there. Oh, that did no damage, actually. What are we gonna see here? Yveltal coming in? It's not Groudon, that's for sure. You had to bring Groudon too, in my opinion. Yeah, Yveltal comes back in. You're really not going to do that much to my Fini. Yeah, we're going to get an Icy Wind off. Do I want to go for damage in the Yveltal though, or do I want to set up? Because setting up is risky because we don't know what the Yveltal set this is. I'd rather get damage on the Yveltal though, right here. I think I'm just going to go Zygarde. And I want to get damage on the Yveltal because most likely I don't feel like this Yveltal is going to be one of those healing set ones. Because it's not Seed. It took a decent amount from Icy Wind, so I feel like it's just the max speed one. I feel like, because that looks like the damage from max speed one, if I remember right. Because this Fini has no special attack investment. So, we'll Moonblast the Yveltal, get some chip. And, yeah. Then next turn we can go for 1,000 arrows, or we can start coiling up, and I do want to start coiling up. I do need to keep Fini around, because Heal Pulse is going to be pretty big. Until I can reliably KO everything on my opponent's side. Yeah. But really, my opponent has no answers to this Zygarde once I set it up properly. And you can't knock off my item. I guess Incineroar could U-turn here or Fake Out immediately. I'm not sure which one you're going to go for. You could Fake Out either one of my, because he might be afraid of Sleep Powder, but we're not going to say Fake Out at all, so I just get damage off into Yveltal, which is great. Ooh, that's a 2-shot too. Or it's Berry. Okay, so it is a bulky Yveltal, looks like, but Citrus Berry. Knock off. U-turn? Yeah. That's fine. Ooh, that even puts me into the range I want it to be. So now I'm going to be able to get the boosted Zygarde. Sweet. I guess the question is Tapu Koko probably comes in right and then you start going for Gleam. That's a little bit annoying though. You're gonna go for Gleam. Well, you're not Life Orb on Tapu Koko. You look like you're Focus Sash. Yeah, because you're gonna go Tapu Koko here. You no way you're going Groudon here. I think Venusaur can also win if Groudon's in the back too, because I just get a lot of damage off. We are gonna get the Power Construct off. Then what? I could Heal Pulse if I expect a Gleam. And 1,000 arrows. Because you're probably switching on to Instant for Yveltal, I think. And either Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, or a Gleam. You're probably not 1,000 arrows. As much as I want to coil here, I don't think it's worth going into it. I don't think it's worth taking an Electric type move for my Fini because I do want the Heal Pulse option just in case. Incineroar is expendable here, so I'll just go Instant. Because I have Fake Out Pressure against the Koko the following turn. I do have to be a little bit cautious though. Yeah, I think you would 100% switch out Yveltal here in Instant. And either Volt Switch, Gleam, Volt Switch or Gleam. It's definitely one of those two plays. Sucker Punch. I don't think Gleam knocks me out. You're Volt Switching. That's fine. Show me what's coming out here. If it's Groudon, I'm gonna coil up afterward. Yeah, I'm gonna coil up if it's Groudon afterward. Yeah, I think I'm okay with this spot. The problem is if I'm letting Zygarde take too much damage. Incineroar's coming out, okay. So I get to draw off 1,000 arrows. I do get to draw off 1,000 arrows here. Get some damage off. All the damage is beautiful. That's actually not bad damage into Incineroar. That was -1 and 2. That wasn't even a crit. Wow. Okay, that's not too bad. Zygarde not doing that bad. We'll protect here. We'll bring out Fini. I don't know who's switching out. You could switch out. You could U-turn again. I'm not sure if he would U-turn again. I think he would fake out Zygarde and switch out to Coco. Maybe I should Flare Blast the Yveltal slot. I don't think I could let Coco get in for free. Although I think I live Gleam at this point still anyway, so I think I'm okay with that. And if Yveltal switches out, it should still be faster than my Incineroar, so I'd get the terrain up so I live a Volt Switch. Or you're not going to switch out at all. Unless you are slower than my Incin. But that'd be really slow, Yveltal. And I don't think that's worth if you're having a fat knockoff, because I think you want to at least be faster than like Ludicolo or something. Yeah, you're not switching out. Unless you're U-turning. We'll protect here. And then I want to get the Heal Pulse and Coil off. Yveltal protects. This has to be U-turn, right? No, knockoff. That's fine. I'll coil up. And I'm going to Heal Pulse. Because I'm not sure if you're going to go into Tapu Koko, but I think that's fine. Yeah, I'll just Heal Pulse. And I do want to coil because I want a defense boost. And you can't knock on my Fini right here. So yeah, I'll definitely take this turn. Because I want the coil. I guess the question is, do you switch out Incin and Tapu Koko? I think your Groudon's coming in now. Yeah, Groudon has to come in. Which is why I think a coil is fine for me. Incineroar is also going to be weakened soon. I could have also just swaggered 1,000 arrows though, and I think that would just won me the game, but oh well. So we do get the HP, we will get a coil up. So now we're boosted. And then we can go Incin afterward. Knockoff going to come out in the Fini. No, in the Zygarde still. So I still have my Berry, which is actually really good. You think this is Bandit Groudon? I mean, I could go for another boost, but I can just go for 1,000 arrows here because it would knock out Incineroar, it would knock out Coco, and I think it would knock out the Yveltal. And I kind of want to sack my Incin here to get a free switch into my my Venusaur. So yeah, I'll just go Incin here. Like, I don't need Incin in this game. So let's see what my opponent does. And if it's like a Solvus Groudon, which is probably the only way you really live grass, not realistically, from Venusaur, like I get the chip I need. Coco gonna come out, which is fine, because I get 1,000 arrows off. It is neutral, so I don't think it will KO the Tapu Koko right off the bat. Maybe I should have coiled again. But then again, the 1,000 arrows damage is just really nice here. Yeah. Perfect. Swords Dance. Okay. Does that really matter? Not really. Can't I just coil again? I'm slower than the Groudon, most likely, though. I want to fake out the Groudon and coil up so I can extreme speed to Coco afterward. Like, what I'm going for is Venusaur next to Zygarde win. That's fine. Because Tapu Koko not going to do much with Dazzling Gleam anyway. And if you Volt Switch, that's fine too. Because I got the coil I needed. Yeah, that's fine. Like, I was really thinking of hard U-turning to Tapu Koko, but there's no point because even if Instant comes in, I'm getting to coil up regardless. So this Groudon's really not doing anything to Zygarde still anyway. Even if you're able to get Precipice Blades up, that's fine too. So you're gonna get Intimidate. I'm gonna basically negate it with my coil. Then I can U-turn out the Instant and then bring up my Venusaur because we know it's not. Well, we know that Groudon's not like Assault Vest or Banded. And again, I'm completely okay with Incineroar going down this turn. I guess what if you fake out Incineroar and you Solar Sands? Well, I don't think you knock out Zygarde regardless. You'd be +3, but I'm +2 defense. And then I can just 1,000 arrows to Incineroar slot the following turn. So yeah, I think I'm so okay. Regardless. Tapu Koko is also in range of extreme speed. Yveltal, not going to enjoy the attacks. Yeah, I think I'm fine. I guess it could be kind of close. Like, I might be cutting it close. Like, if my opponent does make that play, we are going to see Incineroar actually withdraw, which is fine, into the Yveltal, which is fine. Because I think I just coil up and then... Well, let's see if the Groudon Precipice Blades. Wait, why am I faster? Okay. It's Iron Ball Groudon, so I don't even have to worry about Groudon us being Venusaur at this point. Sack the Fini here because Fini's the expendable one. And then I coil up again and then I Grass Knot the Groudon. I actually kind of hope my opponent hits the Blades here. Or Solar Sands, that's fine too. Yeah, because I'm +2 defense, he's +3, right? And then I could just lower down with Incin, because I think Incin's more expendable at this point. I'm going to 1,000 arrows here. Or do I want to coil again? Like, this slow game is kind of annoying me a bit. I'm just going to coil again. Go, Incin. You're probably withdrawing your Yveltal into Incin because you're trying to activate a berry, but here's the thing. I don't want to let you activate your berry. I really don't. Which is why I'm going for the plays that I've been making. I guess I could have sacked Fini and got my own Incin in for free. That would work too. Fake up pressure. But I feel like Heal Pulse is still worth saving Fini for. We're bringing out my Incin. Also, you have to hit Precipice Blades, which is what sucks about your move. I will coil up. Because you're what, 2 now? You might Solar Sense again, but what's the point of that, realistically? You're losing a Mon next turn then. Yeah, you're going to finally go for the Blades. You do connect, which is fine. That did nothing. Like, look at that damage to Zygarde. That actually did nothing. Sunlight fades, no problem. We'll go Venusaur here. We'll coil again. Like, I'm really adamant about going for this. Like, I'm gonna coil. I'm gonna protect Venusaur because I just want to knock out the Incineroar with 1,000 arrows. That's basically what I'm going for. You can go for Fake Out, whatever. That's fine. Because I can Grass Knot the Groudon the following turn. And coil up again. And it doesn't matter if you go for Flare Blitz because it would go for Sash. Break my Sash on Venusaur. You're probably going to Fake Out Precipice Blades here. Into Venusaur, I think. Yes. Okay, perfect. Now, let's hope Pokemon's not being Pokemon and crit me. Because I set myself up for the best win con. Blades. Nice. In fact, I can even coil up here. And Grass Knot. Because you're going to switch out sack either your... You're probably going to sack your Tapu Koko or your Yveltal at this point. Because those Pokemon are basically worthless. And then try to get Instant in for another Fake Out round. And again, if you go for Flare Blitz, it's fine, because you can't even burn me under the thing. Yeah, because you're going to sack. Perfect. Coco, perfect. And again, if he protects Groudon, that's fine. Because then I can Grass Knot, E-Speed the following turn. Yep. That's fine. Again, the game plan's going exactly how I want it to. I didn't want to give you a free switch to Instant. And yeah, this is kind of like the slower game you think, because this is the problem with Zygarde. It needs the offense. It kind of needs the turns, like Calm Mind Crest. We'll go for Grass Knot and Extreme Speed because the Groudon switches out. That's like huge momentum loss. You're not doing any damage to my Zygarde at that point. We do just Extreme Speed to Tapu Koko, and then Grass Knot will be able to finish off this Groudon because it did take Chip earlier. Yep, and that's game. Yeah. Well, actually, no. There's one option, I guess, and that's the Yveltal critting me. But I don't even think crit knocks me out. I really don't even think crit knocks me out. We're going to see Incineroar. And Yveltal. And I can E-Speed the Yveltal if I really want to, because I think it's in E-Speed range. I'm at what, +1 or +2? I don't know, because Zygarde's damage output is always the questionable part. +1, yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna attempt to protect Sludge Bomb. It doesn't matter if you fake out the Venusaur and call it, because if I get Sludge Bomb damage, I just Extreme Speed the Yveltal the following turn. And if I don't, I'll just go for 1,000 arrows. Match is just going to be forfeit because Zygarde complete does win the game, and we are able to win another round of games with this Zygarde Solgaleo team. It's putting in work. This is actually really impressive. This is really impressive. Yeah, slow setup. I basically was calling the switches every time. I had huge momentum with the Zygarde. My opponent really didn't have a way to deal with Zygarde effectively, so I think I was just able to get my Zygarde into a really good spot, start setting up with the coil. Like, that first coil was basically the huge part. My opponent was trying to capitalize after by going for Swords Dance, but I was matching him with my coils. He tried to get Incineroar's berry activated. I wasn't going to let him get his berry activated. I was always going to coil. He kept trying to play the switch out momentum game, but afterward, like, I was just able to catch his momentum and just get my Venusaur next to Zygarde, and that's what I was fighting for the entire game once the Yveltal was weakened earlier, and that was basically the signal of the end for my opponent. But hope you enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2019 Baek Battles. If you did like it, please leave a like down below, show support, as well as you can check out the rest of my stuff down below in the description, such as my social medias, the side series on my channel, and all that good stuff will be linked down in the description down below. You can check me out on my social media, like Twitter, Instagram. Follow me on my Twitch channel for awesome VGC 2019 live streams and more. You can also feel free to check out my Patreon page if you do want to support the channel even more. But I always really just appreciate you clicking on this video and just watching. And of course, if you do want to leave a comment down below, feel free to. I do read them. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. Have a great day, people. Until we battle again, I'll catch y'all later.